I purchased my Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus back in September last year, and it arrived in November, so I've had the car for about 6 months now. We purchased it brand new from Tesla at a cost of £47,590. Because it's an electric car, the government paid £3,500 of that, so basically it cost me £44,090. Now everyone knows that brand new cars instantly lose value as soon as you start driving them. Generally they lose about 20% of their value per year, but apparently right now the Tesla Model 3 holds its value better than any other car in the USA. Now we're not in the USA, so I'm not sure if it's the same here in the UK, but today we're going to see if we can maybe find out. Here's some data, by the way, if you want to pause the video and have a look at it. This is based on US prices, and this was taken back in February, so it's obviously a couple of months out of date. So today, let's find out how much could we get for our Tesla Model 3 if we were to sell it right now. And we'll just kind of put the coronavirus stuff to the side, because obviously that's going to have a big impact on trying to sell cars at the minute. So I went back on the Tesla website, and I pretended that I was going to order the exact same car again, with all the same stuff. Full self-driving capability, the 18-inch aero wheels, the midnight silver paint, and apparently if I was to purchase in cash, it would cost £47,290. So for whatever reason, it's now £300 cheaper than it was a few months ago. Now Tesla do offer a thing where you could trade in your vehicle if you're about to purchase a car from Tesla, and it doesn't even have to be specifically a Tesla. But I think that program just isn't open at the minute, so we can't get a quote for how much our car would be valued at. Whenever I click on trade-in value, I just end up getting redirected to the Tesla.com homepage. And when I click on trade-in accept offer, we just get stuck on this page. So we're going to try a few different websites, but how about we get a 60-second car valuation from We Buy Any Car? You know, that website that has the advert with Philip Schofield playing with cats. Now obviously companies like WeBuyAnyCar.com, they want to sell your car on to a dealership or a consumer, so they're going to offer you a low price so that they can make some money. But I reckon it's a good place to start. We'll enter our registration and we'll see what happens. So just a reminder, my car was made in 2019, so at this point it's probably not even a year old yet. So with the Tesla app we can see the exact mileage without actually having to go out to the car. So we are 2,704. Obviously me and my girlfriend both work from home, and we haven't been able to really drive the car for the last few weeks, so the mileage is really, really low. Previous owners is 0, service history is full. Let's continue. Oh, I'm trying to make YouTube content here, Philip Schofield. Nice one. WeBuyAnyCar.com is currently not operating because of COVID. It's brilliant. I'm all for public safety, but I'm trying to make a video out here. But I've gone ahead and I've got some quotes from 3 other competing sites, so let's go through them. So, Parkers.co.uk offered a private price of $29,000 to $33,000 and a dealer price of $33,000 to $34,000. So that's already losing, you know, a minimum of £10,000. But that's based off 10,000 miles. Obviously, we are about 1/5 of that, because you got to pay £3.49 if you want to enter your exact mileage. And you know, the budget doesn't stretch that far. We're not sponsored by Squarespace this week. So autotrader.co.uk, which I believe when you're talking about buying and selling cars, it's a fairly big name in the industry. They have offered a private guide price of $36,000, which looks closer to what I was expecting. So based on that, what percentage have we lost there? That is about 82% of the original price, so that's kind of in keeping with the standard 20% per year theory, although it has technically been less than a year. But we're not just going to get quotes from these websites, we're going to actually look on sites like AutoTrader for existing second-hand Model 3s, so I think there's actually more demand than these sites are leading us to thinking there is. I also checked Confused.com, which have given us the highest quotes back so far actually, private value of $38,750. Now that's kind of the number I think we'd be able to get for the car. Personally, if we were to ever sell the car, we probably wouldn't be able to do a private sale, unfortunately, and we'd have to just sell to a dealership, because if we were to sell privately, that's basically me inviting all of you to my house if you were to do the right kind of Googling. So rather than just getting quotes on my car, let's find second-hand cars with the exact same specs as mine and just see how much they're up for sale for. So you can do a custom order from Tesla, or you can actually view their existing inventory. So I'm assuming these are cars that people have traded back in. So this Model X, for example, it has 3,000 miles on the clock, and that actually gives you a pretty good discount considering how low the mileage is, because I'm pretty sure this car's like 80,000 brand new. But when you go to Model 3 and you click on used, Tesla aren't currently selling any used Model 3s, which makes sense because they are the newest car that Tesla have brought out in the UK, but they are selling some new ones. So this Model 3 has 580 miles on it. This one's got 2,800. So let's go with this one because it's only about 100 miles more than mine. And this car is selling for 40,000. But what's worth mentioning is that it only has the standard autopilot. It doesn't have the £5,800 full self-drive upgrade that we purchased. So basically I have been looking through these, 40,490, 40,490, 41,000, 40,000. Basically, all of the cars on here are more or less the same price as if you were to just do a custom order for the same paint color and everything. Tesla haven't really lowered the costs of these at all. I'm guessing that perhaps if you were to order from their inventory, it might not take as long to arrive, because my car took 3 months from the point at which I ordered it online. So perhaps that's why they're selling these at the same price, because it means that people don't have to wait. That is also a big bonus for people that wanted to sell their Model 3s privately. If it's got low mileage like mine, it means people could just buy my second-hand car and get their hands on it in 2 weeks rather than have to wait like 3 months. Now obviously Tesla think their cars are unreal and they're going to sell them for as high as they can get away with. But what are actual private sellers putting their cars online for? So we're back on Auto Trader. Latest second-hand Tesla Model 3 cars for sale in the UK. So we've got some performance versions, we've got the dual motors. We need to find just a standard range plus like this one. So this guy's got very similar mileage to me. It's a 29 plate as well, and he is selling his car for 39,990, and that is about what I would expect that I'd be able to get as well. Let's take a look, see if it's got any scratches or anything on it. So his is black, and black paint is the same price as the metallic silver that I got. It's about £1,000, which on reflection, if I'm talking about things that I would have changed, I'd have just got the white one because that comes included, save myself £1,000, and then I think further down the line I'd have got the car wrapped, because I am thinking about getting the car wrapped a cool color anyway. So on that basis, it was kind of pointless me spending that £1,000. This car's actually so similar to mine. It's got the full self-driving upgrade. It's got the rear heated seats that we purchased for £300 I'll never get back. The seller's very cleverly put £7,600 less compared to brand new, but he's not minused off the £3,500 that the government will pay of that. So the exterior of my car doesn't have any issues or scratches or anything, because the one scratch that we did get are sorted out. The interior of my car's all fine as well, apart from a couple of little scratches. There's a scratch there from when I tried to get my granddad's scooter in the back of the car. Looks like this seller's taken the aero wheel caps off and purchased the $50 cap and lug nut things. Yeah, this car's exactly the same as mine. Oh my god, is this my car? He or she's even put the carbon fiber wrap over the central console. Well, there we go. At the minute, I reckon we would get somewhere around 39,990. Although there are a couple of marks. So I reckon I could confidently say that we could get 37,000 at least. So obviously we've lost a little bit of value over the last few months, but that's just standard for every car, not just Teslas. Now what I will say is the Tesla Model Y has not yet come out in the UK, and the Tesla Model Y, if you don't know, is basically a bigger, slightly improved Tesla Model 3. So it's the same interior, but it's got a lot more space inside. It's got a hatchback boot instead of that saloon boot, so it's easier to fit stuff inside of it. And then it's got little improvements like wireless charging, which isn't a thing in the Model 3. So I think as soon as the Model Y becomes available in the UK, there's going to be a lot of Model 3 owners that want to upgrade to the Model Y, so they whack their Model 3 on sale, and because there's more available, that's going to decrease the prices slightly. And I think at that point, the car will just depreciate in value at the same rate that all cars depreciate. Also, quite interesting to mention, I will point out that back in January, I was curious what WeBuyAnyCar.com would give me for my car. So when it had about 3 times less miles than it does now, they offered me 28,000, which is the lowest quote that we've seen when we compare all of the other prices on these websites. Although actually, I suppose it is worth mentioning that these other cars are just valuing the car for you, not necessarily trying to buy the car off you. So they are going to give a slightly higher price. Anyway, there we go. To summarize, the Tesla Model 3 in the UK is currently holding its value slightly better than other cars are, but when the Model Y eventually drops, I reckon it'll catch back up to standard depreciation rates. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. We're uploading weekly at the minute until lockdown's over, because it's difficult to do car videos when you can't really drive it. So thank you very much for bearing with us. But make sure you do subscribe, because we've got a lot of very exciting videos to come. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.